we are also drinking with Thunder Bay.
That's right. That's because Chef Mike Stigler is hosting a special beer dinner, a 4-course dinner where each course is paired with a different local brew. And today, he's going to show us how to make the second course. It's a seared Mahi Mahi on Yukon hash.
Yeah, Yukon hash, definitely.
You brought my favorite beer. I love IPAs.
Oh, we'll get right after it. Don't waste no time.
Cheers.
Do we even need to cook anything?
I'll drink it alone.
Let's just drink. Yeah, we're featuring the beers of Lakefront Brewery, Milwaukee's own, at a beer dinner out in Thunder Bay on Thursday, the 27th of March, and it's going to be a 4-course dinner. I'm going to make the second course for you today, which is seared Mahi.
And do I remember that you've done a beer course dinner before, and it was wildly popular?
Yeah, we've done a few of them. We've done them with Liney's, we've done them with Capital, we've done them with Sam Adams. So yeah, we've done this before. We got a little experience at it, and it's something that's exciting because it gives you a chance to do something that's not traditionally on the menu.
Okay, so let's see this second course meal.
Let's do that. What we start off with here is we make Yukon hash, which is Yukon Gold potatoes made into a hash. Okay. And to make those, what we do is to kind of get a little bit of a start on them is we bake the Yukon Gold potatoes, let them cool all the way, and then just shred them on the side of a box shredder. And then we also shred a little bit of onion and put those in there as well. And then we add some parsley and some salt and pepper. Now that does two things. It helps to get all the flavors cooking together in there, and then it also helps to cut down on your cook time when you actually put them in the pan because the potatoes are actually cooked. So all you got to do is kind of brown them together. So then from there we melt a little bit of butter in our pan, get that nice and smoking hot, make it smell like breakfast in here, and then to there we're going to go ahead and add in some of our hash browns. You want to put in just enough to kind of cover the bottom of the pan because if you have too many in there, what's going to happen is they're going to kind of steam and they're not going to get crispy. And you don't want to have steamed hash browns. You want them to get a little bit crispy. So you put them in there and you kind of let them sit as long as you can. I'm kind of fidgety, so I'll probably toss them around anyway, but you want to try to let them sit a little bit.
Smells fantastic.
So from there, we're going to get our Mahi Mahi going. Now this is fresh Mahi Mahi, which is flown in by Empire Fish right here in Milwaukee again. Cut into kind of like a little medallion size because this is going to be part of a numerous courses that are going to be offered that night. So we don't want to have huge portions of any one thing because then everybody's going to get full, and we want everybody to have enough room to try everything. We're going to go ahead and put salt and pepper on both sides of those. Get those going together really nice. Pat those down, and then we have a pan over here that we have a little bit of olive oil in, and I got one that I already started in there, and we're going to get this nice and seared as well. Now when you're cooking a dish like this, what we're trying to do is we're trying to build layers of flavor, you know, and you want to sear things, you want to get them nice and hot. You can kind of tell in this one here that I started already how it's got a little bit of color going on top of there. You want to get it in there and move it around, and you can see how it's sizzling really nice, and you got this one end over here where it's a little bit fatter. You don't really want to set it on the side, but you know, if you don't have any feeling in your fingers like I don't anymore, you can just kind of like press it right down into the pan like that, get that cooking really good.
What kind of oil do you like to cook fish in? Do you use just olive oil or?
This is an olive oil and vegetable oil blend. That way you get the high heat benefits of cooking with the vegetable oil along with a little bit of the flavor benefits and the health benefits that come from using olive oil. So we got both of these things cooking here. And then maybe I can tell you a little bit about some of the other courses that we're going to be having that night. We're going to be starting off with a caramelized pear and mixed green salad, and that's going to be paired with Lakefront new Grist Pilsner, which is a gluten-free beer because a lot of people are hopping on the gluten-free bandwagon for better or for worse. So yeah, we're going to be serving that. We're going to have the seared Mahi as the second course, and then the main course is going to be a Northwood-style pork prime rib. So that's a whole bone-in pork prime that we slice, and we serve that with a little bit of au jus and some Northwood-style rice, which is really delicious. Then we also have the Mahi, of course, and then for dinner, for the dessert, we're going to be making donut holes. Fresh-made donut holes, fresh out of the fryer, nice and warm, with a chocolate stout sauce, which is going to be on the side, so you can dip your donuts right in your chocolate stout sauce.
Did you just say dip your donuts?
You did.
Dip your donuts. That's the phrase of the day. Hump day. Dip your donuts on hump day. Dip them. So, all right. So here we're going to go ahead.
Mike's getting a little racy. The longer he's on TV, the more he becomes a professional.
The more I listen to you guys. I swear. All right. So here we're going to build this guy up together. We're going to get a little bit fancy here. We got our ring mold, which is nothing but a little cake mold, basically. So we're going to put that right in there. From there, once again, no feeling in the fingers, so I'm not afraid of this. We're just going to go ahead and put that right into our little ring mold.
Do you?
I really don't. And then we're going to kind of press that down just lightly because we don't want to make it into a potato pancake necessarily. We just want to kind of get it into that sort of a round shape like we have there.
Cute.
We're going to pull that out. Then we're going to go ahead and take our mahi out. We're going to put that right on top of there. So we're going to build a little bit of height. So we got the nice sear on the mahi there, as you can tell. And then we have basil and sweet corn relish, which we're going to go ahead and put some of that on the top. Now that's sweet corn with a little bit of roasted red bell peppers in there. Once again, a little bit of olive oil drizzled in there, and some fresh basil in there as well.
Is that cold?
It's kind of about room temperature.
Okay.
If you heat it up, it kind of makes it a little mushy, but if it's too cold, you can't really taste the flavors, so you want to kind of go about room temperature with it. And then we have a lemon herb cream sauce, which is kind of like sour cream, thinned out with some fresh squeezed lemon. It's got basil and it's got parsley in there. Then we finish it off with a little bit of color, just a little bit of extra parsley on there. And that is the second course for our beer dinner. Seared mahi on Yukon gold hash.
Wow.
So yeah, that's just one of the courses that we're going to be having, and it's going to be sort of a progression. And we're going to have someone from Lakefront is going to be out there to kind of talk about the beers. So whether you're a beer connoisseur who really loves to try different beers, a foodie, or a combination of the two, come on out, and it'll be a really fun night. I'm really looking forward to it.
That is ridiculous.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And then you got to just wash it down?
Wash it down with a little bit of that IPA with the hoppiness in there, a little bit of the citrusy sort of floral notes on that beer, kind of complements that course just right.
Do.
And that's going to be starting at 6 o'clock now on Thursday, so we want to make sure that people call ahead and make reservations for that 6 o'clock start time. That way I'll know exactly how many to make, and we're going to bring them all out in courses. I'll talk briefly about each course, answer any questions that you have.
And here's the information for that Mike just mentioned, because it starts at 6 o'clock. It's on Thursday, March 27th. Reserve your spot right now, because these beer dinners tend to fill up because they're fantastic. And don't forget that the dessert is those donut holes. Those sound absolutely fantastic.
Dunk your donuts.
Yep.
Dip them. Dip them.
You can call Thunder Bay right now to reserve your spot or find out more about hosting your party or group there too. 262-523-4244. ThunderBayGrill.com is the website, and they're conveniently located in Pewaukee, just off of Interstate 94 and 164 at exit 294. This is delicious.
You're the best, Mike.
All right, thank you.
Love it.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you, Mike.